Hey guys, Jen Palco here. In today's video, I'm going to talk about energy vampires, what they are, 3 different types of energy vampires, and how you can protect yourself from these type of people in your lives that feed off of you and drain your energy. Maybe you are an energy vampire and you don't even know it. So hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be able to tell what they are. Maybe you are one yourself, and ways to protect yourself. All right, so sit back and enjoy. So the energy vampire is something we've all, I'm sure, have heard of. You guys have heard of energy vampires, that basically you have people in your lives who either bring you up or people in your lives who bring you down. We all have friends who complain about their problems, it seems like 24/7, or they complain about their job and family and illnesses all the time. And these are people that just bring us down. And then we have people who really support us and bring us up and bring us more positive vibes in our lives, and they make us feel good. So energy vampires are people who, on a subconscious level, are good at tapping into or attuning to other people's frequency, other people's energy. So we have energy all around us, of course, and it's very easy for people to feel other people's energy and tune into other people's energy, more so than it is to tune into the energy of, say, the universe or the cosmos around us. That's because we are good at kind of bringing ourselves into the same frequency as somebody else. So the first type of energy vampire is somebody who is known as the stealthy one. Okay, so let me first explain. These are three different types of energy vampires explained in a book called Reality Transurfing, written by a Russian physicist named Vadim Zeland. It's a great book. I definitely recommend you pick it up if you really want to expand the way you see reality. Okay, so a section of this book talks about people known as energy vampires. So the first type is the stealthy one. So this type of person is almost like a psychologist or a psychiatrist in a way. They are very good at tapping into or reading other people's energy and frequency. So they have this way of, on a very subconscious and subtle level, of kind of getting into somebody's brain or getting into somebody's head. And they'll do this by maybe asking very innocent questions, or they might try to touch you or make direct eye contact while asking you these innocent questions. And very, very subtle, yet at the same time a little bit intrusive. And if somebody, the victim, you or I, is feeling more in a vulnerable or low state to begin with, then it's very easy for us to open up and let that other person tune into our frequency very easily. So we can be very, very easily affected by the stealthy one, the stealthy vampire. The second type of energy vampire, as described in this book, is known as the manipulator. So this person more so feeds off of other people's guilt. So in a sense, the victim and the vampire are kind of working hand in hand. They're almost seeking each other out. So what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is when you are, so somebody who might be affected by the manipulator, the manipulative energy vampire, this person is looking for advice, or they're looking for somebody to basically judge them on a certain situation or a problem they're having, and they're just looking to somebody else to either give them the answers or provide some sort of acknowledgement, or basically tell them what to do in a certain situation. So they're basically opening themselves up to the manipulator, who can thereby, seeing this person's energy has already opened up, can kind of tap into that person and tailor them and drain them and take their energy and tailor them and give them advice or whatever. And that is how they kind of tap into that person's energy, feed off of them. And how, you know, the victim may not know because they're seeking out the advice, but they may not know that they're being so affected by this person, by this manipulator. Okay, so that's the second type. The third type is probably the most direct or aggressive, intrusive, and this is known as the, let's see if I could say it, provocateur. The provocateur. I'll call them the provoker in this sense because I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this person is kind of what it sounds like, the provoker, okay? This person is more aggressive in how they deal with people. They are a little more direct in their ways, a little more intrusive in their ways. What they do, they get off in a sense, or they strengthen and they drain other people's energy by basically getting a rise out of other people, getting a rise out of their victim. So what they want is for their victim to get irritated or to get angry about something or start being rude or just something out of the ordinary that heightens some sort of reaction out of them or some sort of heightened emotion. And then this person will latch on and feed off that victim's energy and drain them in a sense. So energy vampires are very real, okay? We've all felt them in our lives. We have family, we have friends, and we're definitely affected by other people's stuff. So how do we protect ourselves? Can we protect ourselves, or are we just vulnerable and just have to sit and listen to an energy vampire or let them latch onto us and suck us dry of all of our energy stores? No, there are ways to protect yourself. So I'll give you 3 ways today. So the first is kind of obvious. It's to limit your exposure to people who bring you down or people who you feel like are really sucking the energy out of you. So if you've been around somebody who you consider to be an energy vampire, you feel drained, you feel tired, you feel in this low state after being around them, you just feel like not yourself. You feel like somebody literally sucked the living life, the life out of you, right? It's not a good feeling. You feel like sluggish and just you're not in the right headspace. So the first thing, you can limit your exposure to people like this. I mean, obviously it's not always doable for people, but my advice, if you are feeling in a lower or more vulnerable state where you feel like you will be affected by other people more easily than you normally are, and you don't have that barrier, that shield up, then you can limit your exposure, and that'll help you at least until you can get your energy back and get to strengthen yourself a little bit more, okay? So limit exposure, okay? That's the simplest way. The second tip is to arm yourself with some sort of barrier or protective shield around you, okay? So in our bodies, in our energetic systems, we have 2 main meridians or energetic channels that run through our body. One runs through, ascends up the midline, okay, from like the root chakra to the top of the head, and the other one runs down the back of our spine. So from our head down our spine, okay. So what you can do is you can start visualizing and really tapping into and focusing on these 2 main meridians, okay? So you can close your eyes or whatever it is, and you can try to feel the energy ascending up the midline of your body to the top of your head, and then you can try to, after that, feel the energy descending down the back of your spine. Okay, so first start with one and then go to the other one. Then after that, try to see if you can feel them both simultaneously. One going up and one running down, okay? And feel the energy, try to feel vibration in your body. Close your eyes, really try to tap into getting some sort of sensation, okay? Simultaneously, one going up, one going down, okay? And after you do that and you're actually feeling something, feeling some sort of sensation, concentrate on expanding that energy outward, okay? So expanding the energy out maybe 6 to 12 inches, you know, away from your body and have it keep growing. I mean, you can picture this almost like a bubble, okay? Or a shield, whatever you want. Anything that is this energetic bubble that surrounds you, okay? That extends out, almost like if someone were to run at you into the bubble, they will almost be like bounce right off of you, okay? So that's what you want to kind of visualize in your head. So that's the second thing you can do. You can visualize having this protective shield around you before you go out and know that you're going to be around somebody who's going to try to suck you in or drain you of your energy stores, right? So the third thing you can do is to strengthen your energy in the first place, okay? So we get energy from food, of course, but it's definitely possible to be very well fed and still feel tired, right? Still feel in a low place energetically. So to strengthen our energy, what we basically want to do is kind of tap into the energy stores of the universe or the cosmos, whatever you want to call it, okay? And basically be a channel for that energy, have it run through us. So you can do this similar to what you did in the second tip that I gave you with the protective shield, you know, focusing on the front and back of your body, the midline meridians that run central. So the other thing you can do is try to visualize coming from like the center of your midline, your chest, an arrow pointing forward about 6 to 12 inches in front of you, and also an arrow pointing backward, okay? Same midline of the body. So you're gonna have two arrows pointing in opposite directions, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna picture these arrows extending out. You can close your eyes if you want. And you're gonna take a deep breath. And on the out breath, what you're gonna do, you're gonna picture the front arrow, this one, and the back arrow, you're gonna picture one shooting up, one shooting down, okay, simultaneously, okay? So you're gonna picture these arrows extending out in front of you, out in back of you, take a deep breath in, and on the out breath, you're gonna suddenly have one shoot up to the top of your head and one shoot down to your feet into the ground, okay? Simultaneously at the same time. And then what I want you to really do is really try to feel this energy or vibration or sensation, okay? And really have it strengthen, okay? The more you do this, the more it'll strengthen for you, okay? One at the top of your head, one down to your feet into the earth. All right. The other thing you could do is just visualize kind of a circuit of energy. So you have this ascending energy here, right? And then what it's going to do, it's going to go down the back of your spine, and it's just going to be this constant circular, right? Pattern of energy just circulating throughout your body. So that's another technique that you can do to help strengthen the energy. The goal here is to not make it perfect, but do whatever works for you until you can really feel some sort of sensation or vibration inside your body, okay? For some people, it could be going outside, and if you've ever heard of grounding yourself, where people take off their shoes and they stand in the grass for a while and they just ground themselves. They try to feel the earth underneath their feet, okay? Whatever you can do to tap into this unlimited universal store of energy, right? And be a channel for that energy. So that can definitely be helpful. So those are just some ways that you can protect yourself from the energy vampires, limit exposure, arm yourself, and strengthen your energy in any way that works for you, okay? And you can do this before you face people. So that's it for me today, guys. You know, hopefully you learned something from this. Hopefully it was helpful for you. I know we all have instances, and we all know people like this. To me, it's almost like being hit with with an older lady wearing really strong perfume. Like that's kind of what I like associate with energy vampire, what it feels like to me. You know, when that guy's wearing so much cologne that's standing like a mile away and it still knocks you over. It's overpowering, right? It's very intrusive. It's not a good feeling, especially when we're in a low and vulnerable state. So you can definitely protect yourselves, and that's it for me. Okay, so let me know if you like this, subscribe, let me know if you want me to do more, and I will. And other than that, hope you guys have a great day. Peace.